shoes. Oh, sorry, guys.
No worries. No worries. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. We'll get started.
This guy. So.
All right. This one.
No mechanism exists to make payments over a communications channel without a trusted party. What is needed is an electronic payment system based on cryptographic proof instead of trust, allowing any two willing parties to transact directly with each other without the need for a trusted third party. No mechanism exists to make payments over a communication.
We're on mute.
Why was I muted? Why are we all muted?
I don't know.
That doesn't make
You
any
just
sense.
want to censor me. I'm out of here.
William is still muted. But okay, now he's good. I apologize.
He actually left. No, he's still
I don't believe he left. That's funny. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna try to message Greg real quick here, but I'll give hosts for today. I am who has like either a cold or allergies or something.
Yeah, I got allergies.
He's gonna have the shortest.
I'm allergic to the government.
So our goal, guys, is to try to make our remarks shorter than William's. All right, that'll be the challenge. Okay, so also we have Andrew and Zach from Legacy Right. Is it still called the Legacy Right or just Legacy Right podcast?
I mean, both to work, but the Legacy Right is preferred.
Okay, I'm a fan of the. So
we're like Ohio State.
Legacy Right on
we're
YouTube.
copywriting the.
Right on. Oh,
there's
Greg
in the background.
Perfect. I don't even have to text you. I was going to text you. So
I was literally just fiddling with this damned Hackintosh. I got to do something about this thing. Seriously.
Yeah. I had my machine knock me out earlier today live. So I had to reboot and reestablish everything while people waited. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, first, quick update on the WBRT layer ownership tokens from last week's episode, Privacy in 2025. How'd that show go? What do you guys think of it? I wasn't here.
It was private, Joe. We can't discuss it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Every host 44 lot, every topic contributor 66 lot. Last week's theme was nominated by Lisa, who will receive 66 lot. Perpetual passive income, free edits, governance votes, all those things you get. So all good stuff. And oh, hey, you know what? I need to put this up. 1 second. I need to share a screen. Share a screen for you guys. And here it is. We have a governance vote outstanding. It is pending. It is ready to go. It was posted 2 days ago. Approximately 2 days ago. So we have like another 5 days to vote or something like that. So it is, what should the themes be for the month of February? Say it with me. February. Top 4 will be selected. Apparently only 4 weeks. Reminder, hosts have the option of calling an audible for any given episode to discuss topics in a more timely manner. So let's walk through them real quick. Systems that should use a blockchain and not a centralized database. How does blank work? Technical questions of the panel. That could be fun. Ask any blockchain technology, software code, and computer science question. Can blockchain keep AI honest? Depends on who's doing it, I guess. Decentralized UBI, blockchain powered basic income, no government. Is that?
Ooh, I like that one.
That's possible. It's totally possible.
It is.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Got a vote.
Crypto is,
and there's always governance, though. I guess, right?
I figured it was
who gets to be the governor.
Yeah, I am voted. That's a really good one. That would be that'd actually be super interesting. Walking through what you can do. New year, new blockchains. What are some of the best new blockchain projects for 2026? Love it.
Meme Asylum.
There you go.
Meme Asylum is way more than just a blockchain project.
I think I'm going to vote on that one. Opting out with blockchain. mining blockchains.
Sort of like W can start.
Opting out with blockchain. We should do that and bring Aaron on.
Yeah.
We should try to get Aaron back.
Yeah, we should do that.
on that
Somebody
one.
vote for that, okay?
Well, and we got to be real, right? There's actually a pretty strong case for disengaging from blockchain, the edifice, or the blockchain, the meme. It's almost become a thing separate from the ideal.
Yeah, like say the follow me. I mean, I've survived. I can't say that they haven't hurt me, but I've survived by avoiding what I would call the Goldman Sachs blockchain ecosystem.
Well, or maybe like simpler than that. Maybe it's just anything that's become disconnected from the reality of trust at a distance.
Yeah. Yep. Or, you know, for me, it's not even, doesn't even have to get to the philosophical. It is, although it is, but it's the decision point is more on what is it, what can it do, and why, right? And if you can answer those things for a blockchain, there's some, because there's a lot out there that's amazing, and there's a lot out there that's amazing that gets no attention, right? So yeah, but Aaron would be amazing on this. I've been sharing some of Aaron's stuff with people in the Kansas City DAO, and it's somewhat counter to a lot of what people bring in, because they'll say, hey, we need this bill passed so that, you know, number go up, or attention, or we'll be able to do these other things. But then when you look at the bill or actually read summaries, you're like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. I mean, it's almost as bad as the stuff Gensler was proposing to
it's worse because it pretends to be nice.
Yeah, well, that's what government is, I guess. So anyway, mining blockchains versus 100% tokens available on launch day. So starting from zero, DenDAO did that, for instance, versus boom, here's a bunch of tokens. And, you know, what's that mean? And by the way, I wouldn't even say either of them is preferable. Totally depends on what the project is, what it's for, right? So there's some cool things you can do either way. All right.
It's an SEC thing too, you know?
Yeah.
Diving into regulations.
Theoretically, I don't even understand any of it anymore. So,
well, it's never really been about blockchain or even like ideals or anything like that. Government's best is understood as a cost forcing function across an entire population.
Yep.
Whether or not that's sane, you know, I'll leave to the audience to decide, but I'm pretty sure we all agree on that one.
Yeah. What does RIP Web 3.0 mean?
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
Is it something upcoming, or is it something like they're saying it's already dead?
There's no such thing as dead in versioned things, right? There's just a 4.0 we need to build now.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. All right.
It's a transitory version.
Yeah.
Only one panelist.
It's really more of a 2.9 provisional.
Only one panelist answers correctly and must go first. I do hope somebody votes for this.
And must go first.
Must go first. So
that means that means the others are going to attack the answer.
So it's like, how can you attack? That's kind of cool. Steelman the answer is a neat idea.
That'll be great. Can a blockchain prevent World War III? You maybe mean World War IV, but either way,
World War VIII.
Yes, it could. Will it? I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I guess the question again is like, what is a blockchain? And this is worthy because it's actually a good teaching moment for today's episode, because you guys are going to get to learn about DePIN today, and I've been working in it, so I have a lot of practical, grounded experience in what it is and what it isn't. Right?
Yep. We were going to wait for you to proceed on anything on this. So
so let's get out of the way quick, so we don't have to spend a whole lot of time. Right? Blockchain.
Okay. Last
preventing World War III. Right?
Yep. Yeah. Then last, is it safe to launch a blockchain project in the US and Europe? Oh, wait. Sorry. 17 years of Bitcoin. What have we learned other than laser eyes?
That Bitcoin is a psyop.
And 17 years is a long time to compile learnings across without overcompression.
It is 17 years worth of learning about how the banks actually do control everything.
And, can we respectfully kind of discern that Satoshi Nakamoto was probably the CIA?
Or NSA or NIST,
or at the very least, right? That even if he wasn't originally, it doesn't really matter as a distinction now.
Right. I mean, they've pretty much taken it. So
because they took they
which, by the
hijacked
way,
it
I would have
either
to
way.
wonder if he isn't because of the path that they took to take it. That there's some odd stuff in that, right? Now, some of it might have been because they couldn't let on, but who knows? Yeah, I have a theory that they control the curve, that they could totally backdoor Bitcoin at any point if they wanted, and that it was set there as bait for some other nation state to make it their reserve, and that they could then take out. But they wouldn't do it for us, like for El Salvador. But I guarantee to you, if Russia would have, at the beginning, when all of the Ukraine stuff happened, I was hoping that they would say, okay, screw this, we're going to go reserve currency crypto, and we're going to let all these payments happen through these other channels. So it would be super interesting. They don't have to do SWIFT. They don't have to mess with any of that. Yeah, you never know. Anyway, all right, let's see here. So quick update. All right, we got that. We got the DAO question. All right, now we're just on to this week, which is DePIN Deep Dive, episode 244. How many years is that? 244. It's almost 5 years, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Almost.
Imagine.
It's nuts.
Whenever we get to divisibles of 12, I start wondering how many specific round numbers we got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. So we want to get kick. Do we have anything we need to cover?
By the way, I did post a simple definition by Grok of DePIN to start our conversation with.
This one right here. Is this
Yeah.
all right? All right. I will cover. Okay, so we'll just cover this first. So, what is DePIN? Simple definition. DePIN stands for Decentralized Physical Infrastructure Networks. In simple terms, DePIN uses blockchain tech to create and manage real-world physical infrastructure, wireless networks, storage, compute power, sensors, energy systems in a decentralized way. Instead of big companies owning and controlling everything, everyday people and organizations contribute their own hardware or resources, installing a hotspot device or sharing unused storage, and they get rewarded with cryptocurrency tokens or other. This makes infrastructure more open, affordable, scalable, and community-owned. I think here's a good definition, right?
It's pretty good. Honestly, there are only a couple tweaks I would make to it, not because it's wrong, because it's right. It's exactly right. It's got a couple of generalizations in it that can hide some wrong interpretations. And I can point them out real quick.
Cool.
The word infrastructure, the word blockchain technology, and manage real world physical infrastructure.
Okay.
Because those things are true, right? Nothing that you can't make permanent isn't physical. We know that. That's pretty obvious. Almost so obvious it's embarrassing to say. And then you've got infrastructure.
Depends if you're
that could be like a category of anything that you can run that is a system that things run on top of. So it's like a second order down from how things work. So you got your TV working, the infrastructure is cable, electricity, and the manufacturing supply chain, right? You can add those up and then sort of just generalize them into infrastructure. But there's a lot more stuff that's infrastructure than people would think. Like for example, a data-like infrastructure is your stream of consciousness that goes online. As soon as you put something and it's out there and other people see it, it's kind of permanent, right? It's hard to unsay something that's other people heard you say, and then click the like. All of a sudden, they still get that added to their score, even if you decide to delete it later. You can't undo it. So infrastructure does have a heavy degree of permanence, even in spaces that feel nebulous, like online, because 2 layers down is some hardware, and then a middle layer, there's some coordinating software that you never see. And so there's this little hardware software dichotomy of infrastructure that makes it possible to infrastructureify anything at your level too, right? So you can take your stuff, think of it as a service that other people can consume to build on, and all of a sudden you're building an infrastructure, right? So it's not like just for people who are building heavy machinery that plumbs or that communicates or that talks to computers at scale. It's actually stuff that you do every time you share with the world. So if you're sharing with the world and you want to systematize it, congratulations, you're holding an idea of an infrastructure you could build. right? The question is now how do we make decentralized not make sense? So we can collapse physical out because we want to build into our infrastructure some kind of permanence if it's going to be meaningful. But if we take decentralized and we unpack that, what does that protect? When we say decentralized, it protects this idea of immutable trust because of immutable permanence. Immutability comes from the fact that if multiple places have it, it becomes overly costly to change it. So you can't, no matter what, force a tweet down after everybody's seen it. There's no reason that you can stick that back in the bottle. Even if you can make it disappear so you can't find it later, everybody saw it, right? It's not gone. It's just hidden now. So decentralization doesn't really get to the heart of it. And I think really what we need to think about is what preserves infrastructure neutrality, because infrastructure neutrality is ultimately what we're after, right? We don't want the infrastructure to be manipulated, so we can trust the world underneath the world. And that is what the decentralization piece stands in for, this idea that if we do infrastructure in a marketplacey way, then it has to be done in a way that the market is fair. Otherwise, nobody will trust it. And I think that's really the heart of DePIN. So it says we can build these things, but we have to build them the right way or nobody can trust it.
Yep. Great. Yeah.
It's a necessary item that really is needed in the privacy space.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely. Well, and privacy is another one of those things that we might call an infrastructure, right? But again, that's one of those dangerous ones because it collapses into trust at a distance again. But it also frames an argument that says there are some people in the world that are bad such that it's worth it to suspect everyone all at once in advance, right? And the privacy debate says, but who's protected from that assumption?
Yeah.
And really what we need to do is be having the debate around whether or not that assumption is warranted in the first place, because that's the only way surveillance actually goes away.
Right.
I get excited about, and I apologize everyone for my voice and fighting these allergies. I get excited about DePIN because it lends itself towards building parallel structures and parallel systems and networks, etc. That so that we're not dependent on those that are regulated and controlled by either large corporations or governments.
Well, it saves us from a lot of doubt over trusting the things we use every day, which is a terrible way to run a world. You shouldn't have to worry about trusting whether or not your toilet paper roll is going to dispense toilet paper if you say the wrong thing to the wrong people at the wrong time.
Yep.
That's just insane. The toilet paper infrastructure needs to be intact no matter ideology. That's why neutrality matters.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Go next one. We good? All right. That was just the definition. All right. So William asks, can you give a couple of real world examples of DePIN projects and what they actually do? And let's do like historical ones too, like the oldest ones you can think of. And then the newest ones are the ones coming, right? So who wants to take this?
I'll take this first. The first two that I think of is Helium. It's a decentralized hotspot network. So IoT devices.
Neutral wireless infrastructure, basically.
Yeah. And the other one is Filecoin, which is trying to, compete, shall we say, with AWS.
Yeah.
Those are two that I can think of. However, I don't know about Filecoin if it's been captured or not as well. I tend to think it has been. And
it's a fair gray area right now because we don't have DePIN yet. The problem is nobody's actually built it.
Yeah. Well, there was also Sia coin or Sia
coin. That's where I was going to go. Sia coin and Storage were two others that were long before Filecoin.
Yeah. Another thing too, really important, is that we not think about the tokens as the meat of the matter when it comes to infrastructures, right? These are residuals that we can enjoy after we build the infrastructure. But if we build the infrastructure wrong, there would be no value that will really materialize.
Yeah. I will tell you real quick, like a note on, because I remember Sia coin, however you pronounce it.
That I said Sia.
Well, I think it's actually SIA because I would call it SIA, and I think
Well,
they whatever.
I guess we're saying see you to it now, regardless, aren't we?
I was so hopeful because we really need that type of infrastructure, right? And they had this big announcement, and this is typical. Probably it's 2016, 2017. They had this big announcement that they're going to make this big release, and I'm like, holy crap! I mean, you think about an infrastructure chain like that, which is focused on storage. It makes total sense. It's very understandable to everybody, and I was like, you know what they're going to do? They're going to sell a consumer product, which is essentially a drive in a box that you just plug in, and you earn SIA coin by letting people put stuff on there, right? I was like, that would have been freaking amazing, and I was ready. I was going to buy one. I'm like, that's what it is. You know what they did? They released a fucking hardware miner. And I'm like, it's like, okay, wait, does it have a storage device in it? Or are you just calling it a miner? It's like, no.
And hardware is a super hard problem. Actually, the people I'm impressed with at solving that one in DePIN that are on their way, I got to tell you about these guys.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. First of all, I disagree entirely. That is not a super hard problem.
No, it's not.
Like building a consumer device that has storage in it that's expandable, that plugs into a network and does its share for that what would be
and that's not the problem, Joe. The problem is that the people that get to say what infrastructures are trustworthy right now have a stake in making sure that a trustworthy infrastructure is defined as one they can control.
Yeah, but who cares what somebody says is trustworthy?
Well, I mean, the only time I care what somebody else says is when they can impose an asynchronous cost on me, and that defines the government right now.
Yeah, but I'm saying the government's not going to tell you can't use some NAS device that happens to have blockchain behind it. They won't give a shit about that. They did back then, but
they will do to Roman Storm what they.
It's not a hard
everybody what they
right
did to
now.
Roman Storm. Though.
It is literally proof. Yeah, they wouldn't have done that for a storage device, though. They only did that.
Maybe not. It depends on what gets stored on it that pisses them off.
Do you think that's the reason that SIA Coin didn't put out infrastructure device?
Maybe
no,
not maybe out of overt pressure, but maybe because
there are a bunch of guys in Boston that
they didn't have the money. They didn't have the money to put.
Might not have the money, and access to money is something controlled by power, right?
Yeah.
They maybe didn't have the money. Certainty about.
They had the money. They had VC. They had millions in the bank. They had the money to do it. They had the attention to do it. They had the position to do it. It would have been a slam dunk, a grand slam. It would have been everything,
right?
And they didn't.
If not for choke point.
Filecoin did something similar. They made. I think they raised 100 million or 120 million, which was huge at the time. And what did they do with that? It's like, well,
they held the liquidity basically because they couldn't get it off chain fast enough to make it useful.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like it was all because the VCs who gave them the money didn't want it used in whatever way.
Exactly. And I see that as a chicken or the egg problem. If the existing infrastructure is not neutral, how do you transition to neutral infrastructure from it?
I can answer that.
Yeah.
I can answer that. How do we make it neutral? We wish Andrew a happy birthday.
Oh, Andrew. Happy birthday.
Andrew's happy birthday. Is his birthday.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
No way.
What?
Yeah.
Nice.
22nd. What year were you born, Andrew?
1990.
And what are the 4 digits of your social?
Okay.
What's your mom's maiden name?
1, 2, 3, 4, and well, I can't go that far.
I'm just curious how many years and months I was born before you.
That's funny.
Right.
What is your blockchain address?
No.
What are the first 11
your
words?
Your passcode, I should say.
Yeah.
Your 12-word, your 14-word passcode.
Just give us the first
phrase
4.
is not available.
Give us the first 4. We can actually figure out the rest.
The first part.
My public-facing address is in the description section of some of our videos. Let's put it that way.
For your birthday, Andrew, I sent you a 23andMe spitball.
Thank you very much.
I'll tell everybody that you can get Dracaria gateway keys and you can gift them to Andrew. Although I don't know what his account is. So, but I guess you could just send it to him, right? You could send him the code.
If you'd only give us his physical address, we could mail it to him.
Oh, that's true. We need your physical address.
Okay, I guess I'll tell you in private. How's that? Yeah.
But it's Andrew's birthday. That's awesome. And this is tape delayed, so you never know. I'm joking. This is live, so you don't know what day it was.
Or this could be a psyop that we're conducting to experiment with the idea of plausible lies against an audience.
Right.
Yes. Andrew's not a real person.
Zach is giving wrong answers today, so it's not Andrew's birthday.
Yep. This was all staged.
Yes.
I can assure you.
Very good.
He's an old man now.
Like CNN,
25 years old.
more advanced.
Right on. Yeah. Should we figure out who is the oldest and youngest on the show each time? Huh?
Yes.
Sure.
It's evergreen young.
I guess.
We can just go by year.
I mean, unless you guys have had enough of the piss you're taking out of me and you want to drink something else for a while, I recommend Dubby.
All right, let's go to the next.
You can always drink Dubby.
Okay. Any other like new DePIN projects? We went historical. What about new ones?
There was
Manifest is a really good one.
Trying to find.
Wait, go ahead,
Go
Andrew.
ahead.
You're
No,
the
I'm
birthday
trying
boy.
to
Go
find it.
first.
I'm trying to find it. Just keep going, and I'll let you know when I find it.
What was a good one?
Okay.
And
I have
you
point out
said-
3.
Okay.
And first, I got to disclose that the third one's going to be the one that I actually work on. So, take everything I say there with an appropriate grain of salt because it could be hype and I might not even know I'm hyping. So, that said, I'm a big fan of Manifest right now because these guys have solved hardware at the server level in a really unique way that actually makes it so that getting the physical infrastructure is a purchase that they then lease from you for the service. So that when you get it, the cost is already a revenue stream for you. It's amazing.
So hey, wait, how does that work? They pay you up front?
So it's all DeFi primitives, basically, that they go through a system that gets you the infrastructure and gets you paid for the lease concurrently so that there's never this gap where you have to put the capital bill.
Okay, so I don't have to buy
It's really
the
an
hardware.
incredible way.
I can go in there and apply and they'll like end up sending me the hardware and
You can have the hardware sent to you or you can have it placed with people who rent it from you for an extra fee. So there's a reward for hosting it that gives an economic incentive.
Now the only thing I would worry about there is who's funding them because that sounds like the NVIDIA OpenAI
right.
system.
I mean, everything, like you said, is open to the threat of distortion from people who have power over those things before they get big. But the faster it gets adopted, the less that becomes a risk over time, right? And eventually there becomes a point where as long as the governance hasn't settled into some kind of governance-y thing and makes it so that one guy can still control everybody, then you've solved the problem functionally, even if not with a perfect seal. So it might be a leaky solution, but a leaky solution might be the best we can get at this point.
Yep.
And then another one, right? Like this is a really great one. This is my favorite right now to play with because anybody can do it. DNet, which is a really fantastic project run by some people who have some really good UI design skills, figured out a neat way to leverage people's idle time so that they can do a system process that used to be really easy to centralize too much in like the Filecoin days.
Yeah.
No, on a decentralized file store, if enough copies are being kept by enough distant clients, right? So you hit the scan button, it rewards you an actual token that once they go live, you'll be able to just take out like a cash revenue. And it's monetized time to hit a button on your phone because Apple won't let automated processes run, but they need a lot of little computers doing this check for this system to work. So take a little time, tap the thing, get the coins. You've done a service. You're not getting free tokens. You're getting paid for checking the network for too many duplicates or not enough, which is really neat.
Oh,
I think
that has to happen decentralized.
Another one. I mean that I think I'm a big fan of it because it has more to do with like encryption and protection of free speech is Sessions.
Session is
Session. Yeah, Session is just because it's that end-to-end encryption and that decentralization.
See those pulses?
Yeah.
Those are people tapping the button I just tapped. on the world right now. If you tap open the logs, that's getting recorded on chain. You get to see every time the files get checked. So the blockchain can confirm that you're actually getting that done.
Tell me what is the reason that needs to be decentralized onto a phone?
It's a way to bring in a lot of stakeholders early so that you don't have a lot of heavy control, right? There's this whole dispersed community of people who are really focused on keeping this thing to its vision, and they're not going to tolerate changes before they crystallize.
And I don't know. I'm not saying it is, but versus it being a gimmick, you know, I mean, why wouldn't you have people run a script that would wake up once an hour and do this instead of saying, "Oh, it's on your phone and here's some cool."
Because you want to be taking advantage of the fact that people are looking to get interested in this, right? The point isn't so much the idea right now of that. It works. It does something useful, and it's good enough. And as a bonus, it brings in a whole bunch of people whose only attachment to the internet is the app store.
I'm just saying the nodes that are holding that, and this is checking if something is over or under duplicated, right? You know, that you have enough spread, right?
Well, I mean, and there are other pieces, like they have a whole separate storage thing where they're actually going to distribute the protocol hardware once it goes out. It's in test mode now. Like this is not.
I'm just saying. I want to know why you care if the check is decentralized, because the check.
I don't care about that part specifically from an engineering standpoint. I care about it from a social one.
Okay.
I think that's really important. It gives armor to an otherwise kind of alien sounding thing that's going to be hostile received by policy people.
Cheap way though. It's like it's the same thing as number go up, which is useful to get people interested, but it's also poison, right?
It's pragmatic policy arbitrage. I think that's hard for me.
I don't know.
DePIN done right is different for every case, though.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because there's some practicality.
That's what I'm saying, though. I think everything you see in this needs to be the question: is this
right?
Is this thing actually useful? You know, or this piece of this thing?
Utility can be more than just the engineering primitives, though.
Yes, you can do stuff to get attention, but at the same time, is that attention going to go anywhere?
Right?
If it's
engagement,
that's okay. Attention. All right, so it's the same.
Attention over time equals engagement.
Attention with action equals engagement, I think. But
I mean, but any act is an act, right? You could choose not to do the tap.
Yeah, but that's not engagement then, right?
No, if you choose not to, but if you do, then you're engaging. Especially if you come back every day.
But I'm saying, is that engagement worth anything to the world or that network?
It's not for one person to decide in a decentralized marketplace, right? It'll be valuable if it stays valuable, and we can only tell in hindsight. There's only 100% certainty in yesterday.
I don't know. I think that's equivalent to the Siacoin doing the making a miner. It's like, it's like it's intended for crypto people. Look at the map. You can see other people doing stuff.
There are a billion reasons that the fact that it's already on a blockchain makes it dangerous, right? As far as that, because the blockchain stuff is kind of looking captured by this bill and by these things like it. So yeah, there's a risk there. I'm not trying to elide the risk, Joe. I think you're right about that. I'm just trying to make a case for measured optimism.
True. Yeah, I will. We should have a show where we take up on our roles and maybe flip.
You don't want to hear me be a pessimist. I burn things down with that. It's dangerous. They should have hazmat things around that. Like you know how like black belts are not allowed to punch down by law.
Be polite. Okay, you have a third one though that you didn't mention yet. All right.
The third one is the decentralized infrastructure network, which is a sub infrastructure underneath all the DePIN infrastructure. Where do you get infrastructures in one place when the whole thing is decentralized out the wazoo just to make sure that it's neutral?
Yep.
Where do you go for that? Well, you go to a decentralized marketplace where you can buy routed access to different infrastructures, and they don't even all have to be decentralized infrastructures.
Or provide
neat because it's supposed to put all the infrastructure you need in one place where you and the computer programs you make can talk to it. That's all. And the goal is to make that not just neutral, but plausibly neutral, even when you're not sure, so that we can get people to give us the benefit of the doubt for long enough to make it actually bloom into something that you really can trust just because of the math.
And if it's abstracted right, that the nice thing about that is you could put backup infrastructure using AWS and Microsoft.
Well, and the neat thing
like
about software is
Google.
it's really easy to parallelize, right? So we could
Right.
like build kit that lets people just do it cheaply. Like instead of clicking a button, you install an app, and in the background, it does the infrastructure that you happen to be cheaply able to run where nobody else is.
Yep.
It's about also finding the cheapest path. It's the
And
least
that's the one
expensive path through time.
that project is the
Mhm.
one you're involved in, right?
What's that project called again?
It is called DIN, D-I-N, the Decentralized Infrastructure Network. It is right now under a whole bunch of cool moves. Like we're making moves right now. Don't judge it by how it sits today. Judge it by the thing that I can't tell you about that's going to happen tomorrow. And I don't mean literally tomorrow, but I do mean in tomorrow-ish near terms.
That's awesome.
Question: would you consider Starlink as a DePIN?
No.
It's just another ISP.
The injection point for it is straight up from one of the most expensive things money can do. Right? Just to have that thing be decentralized, you have to democratize rocket launches.
Oh,
Which we should do
and
anyway.
need satellite as well.
Or
we
actually,
should do
there's
anyway.
the speculative way, right? If you can get a satellite up there and you can get them to sign a deal without you first having to sell your soul to the security state, which may not be possible from this country,
original,
then you might be able to build a satellite fab in orbit that makes them from stuff up there, and nobody can stop it because catching
Second
stuff in
Amendment
space
should
is
include
hard if
ICBM.
the people who are going up there already use your stuff.
So
I doubt Elon would, even if he was on the side of bad, right?
Yeah.
Let anybody pay him to shoot down the decentralized infrastructure satellite builder.
What was that, Joe? What should be Second Amendment?
ICBMs. It should be democratized. So I mean, you think about
Yes.
it. Trouble
Right.
with your neighbor down the street.
There are reasons we can't have this.
Trouble with your neighbors down the street. Oh, you realize who actually controls America?
Probably good. We can't we don't give orbital
care of
flight
everything.
to everyone all at once right now.
It'd be a better world. And I would even opt. Look, we'd be better off with a real Lex Luthor right now.
Oh shit!
Who actually was
You went
awake to
there.
what's going on in the world, because he would actually do something.
Amen. Yeah. He would.
Anyway.
I'm going to argue that when the collapse happens, and Lex Luthor will rise to power.
You think
Lex
I think
Luthor-
the collapse already happened in the
Lex
world, didn't
Luthor or
realize it yet.
Lex Luger? I'm all for Lex Luger, actually. Lex Luger will rise to power.
He's a
Who's
smart guy. The
He
Russian.
is actually.
the Russian? All right, I don't know. All right.
Tragic hero, right? These days you can't have villains anymore. They're all tragic heroes. We're just going to see sequel
I found
after
the one I
sequel of
was
Superman
looking
now,
for.
where it's like
Oh.
Lex.
Okay.
I mean, maybe we should maybe we should tell this DePIN strategy to Kane. Maybe he can offload it into Knoxville.
Dude.
Okay. So what was yours, Andrew?
Okay. I remember watching a video interview on Bitcoin.com news about it. It's called 00 Network, and it's a decentralized high performance, according to Grok, high performance global networking infrastructure project designed specifically to optimize communication for blockchains and other distribution layers. It's well, I got a video I pulled up. If you want, it's only about a minute and 37 seconds. It's pretty quick. We could probably watch it if you want to share it. Real quick.
I don't care to. If you guys want to, I will. You guys
Do
want
it.
to?
Okay.
Hey, we got time.
Let's see here.
I love watching movies.
I have to move this out. All right, we roll in.
You have
the
Democracy
Tuesday-
works, Joe.
Okay.
He is redefining the internet with a high-speed global network specifically built for blockchain and distributed systems. By leveraging contributor-supplied private fiber connections and advanced hardware, it creates ultra-low
I got one
latency,
star on
highly
those.
reliable, and fair data routing across the globe, enabling applications that today's public internet simply can't handle. At the heart of this ecosystem is the
I don't
2Z
read
token, the key to accessing network resources, rewarding contributors, and staking to enhance both security and performance. Users pay with 2Z to utilize fast, dedicated connections, while providers earn tokens based on the quality and volume of their contributions. Token holders can also delegate their 2Z to resource providers, earning passive rewards while actively supporting the growth and stability of the network. 2Z infrastructure is designed to power latency-sensitive applications like on-chain trading, restaking, real-time data feeds, and decentralized prediction markets, turning milliseconds into a tangible competitive advantage. Fully integrated into the Solana ecosystem through the SPL standard, It ensures seamless compatibility with wallets, dApps, and validators, making adoption smooth and scalable. In essence, 2Z aren't just about speed. They represent a new era of decentralized digital infrastructure where data moves faster, interactions are fairer, and the potential of distributed systems is fully unleashed.
I didn't understand anything better from that. Did you guys?
That sounds like the sort of nonsense that I would have to compress everything into to talk to the public about it right now. Like, because people are afraid to tell people what it really is because they're not even totally sure.
I just
Yeah,
pulled up.
We're all figuring it out.
So annoyed they
And
go
that's the
straight
tough
with-
part. It's an
You can
engineering
trade-
task.
you
Right?
can
We know
trade-
the next iteration, but we don't know what 5 iterations from now is going to look like.
We don't need better crypto trading tech. You know?
Sorry, I mean
We
it's
don't need
supposed to be
just better crypto
No, I'm
trading
just-
tech.
that's-
the internet's
no,
backbone. It's not.
That-
I mean, that was just the way the video.
Oh yeah,
Well,
no,
but-
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
No,
But we could do with
that-
better crypto
just-
trading
I'm
tech,
just-
right? We
Yeah.
could actually save this money.
And you know, there's another one that a couple I would mention. There were a couple, and I can't remember what they were called, the names, but they were CPU infrastructure. Do you guys remember? I can't remember what. There were 2 of them that I remember that I actually had some in the early days. And then there was one that was super interesting when we were still at Disney building internally. There was one, I think it was called ZeroNet or something. And I'm not kidding. I ask anybody about this, they've never heard of it, but you would pull it down, and essentially it was intended to be like a new internet. So you would basically, it sounds similar to that I remembered it from that video, but it was so odd because it worked. It had a lot of stuff, like you could go there and there are a whole bunch of different sites on it, and it was all on chain. And yet no one had ever heard of it. And I'm thinking, this is a freaking absolute Intel build. I mean, it was a total honeypot thing that they were trying, I think, to get people in there to try Silk Road stuff or something. And I like perused it a little bit and then quickly uninstalled everything because it was obviously something not natural. So it was creepy, very creepy, because the quality was amazing. Like, it had excellent UI. It was smooth. Someone spent a lot of money on this, and yet
So
you couldn't even
can
find
we
it.
talk about something really boring about infrastructure real fast? I think it's important to the decentralized physical infrastructure aspect.
Sure.
People don't think about like monitoring infrastructure because they don't run it for other people at scale. And when you do that after a while, knowing what your stuff is doing is not optional, right? Like, you have to be able to see with high fidelity the quality of your network if other people are depending on you to run something that they don't know how to do, right? Pretty simple. So when you think about this, you have to think about instrumenting what you build. And that's the key word, is instrumenting it, right? You need baked in readouts that don't also give grab handles for people who want to take power. And if you do it like that, then you can be safe from unneutral buildings, right?
Yeah.
You won't be able to be forced to, if your instruments don't allow it to be recorded that way.
I can't tell you how many times we've had people come in, say, hey, we can reduce your infrastructure spend, AWS or other, blah, blah, blah. You ask them how we do it.
Can you lower my cost surface?
We run agents to scale stuff. It all makes sense, right? It's actually a pretty cool concept. And until you realize, and you ask, if you think to ask, where are you headquartered? And every goddamn time it's Tel Aviv. It's because they want their freaking hook in the middle of your code. And they essentially, you have to give them control. You have to let them into your account, and then they all of a sudden have everything. It's crazy, right? Not that they don't have access through Amazon anyway, but I think it's a difference between the CIA and Mossad, and who has Amazon versus Google or something. I don't know. It's crazy. Anyway, that's a little tidbit. Okay. How do token rewards work in DePIN, and why are they important for making these networks successful?
There's my answer.
Yeah.
So you can make sure that non-neutral infrastructures are an externalized cost.
Yeah.
Right. That's the way you can use the economics of choice and the economics of cost to the advantage of neutrality. And if you build it so that it biases towards neutral by pricing in the risk that comes from centralization and control that could happen from it, then you actually price the market for choosing. And I think given a choice, the rational choosers will always pay for the thing that actually helps us in the long run. Because if we price that in, then it's obvious which one you want to use. You want to pay for the more expensive one, or do you want to pay for the less expensive one?
Yep. Yep.
Because it's true, it does. Centralization adds a cost. It just adds it later. That's the problem with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep,
all
that's true.
that.
And that,
Looks
that
just
cost
as good as
is
anything
on
else until you
everybody
start
else.
buying it.
Yep. Okay. Anybody else have an answer here? I mean, it's rewards for doing stuff is how I'd answer it.
Exactly.
So they're
It's-
useful because that's how it works.
I'd like to
Doesn't have
add
to be a big reward.
a couple
High
of
five.
things.
Some people will do for.
William, yeah. What?
I was just going to say, if a alternative network is growing or system is growing, and it's growing organically, the best way it's going to continue its growth is by the incentive. And if the incentive is via a token, then so be it. I'm okay with that. I have no problem with it. As a matter of fact, like Charlie Munger said, show me the incentive and I'll show you the outcome. And that's exactly what the tokenized payout is if everybody is participating in some way or somehow in supporting that network or that parallel system, then it's going to be successful because there is an incentive in place. And the incentive in the marketplace is obviously to be able to lower the cost and be competitive, and to gain more traction or to grow its market share in the marketplace by being more competitive. And that's how the world works. It's beyond just capitalism. It's kind of the law of economics. And that's exactly why we need alternative systems and parallel systems. And the last thing I was going to add was, as we, march towards a post-labor economic world, we're going to want to have various dividend checks or dividend payments via tokens or token ownership spread out over numerous, DePIN networks or portions of a robot or automation or AI, access point or something to that effect. So we're going to be transitioning away from trading our labor and our time for wages. We're going to be looking towards tokenization and token rewards, as well as dividend checks rather than UBI. That's all I have to say.
I think, looking about this, it reminds me of, how the Soviet Union collapsed, and basically they just gave everybody a reward voucher, and most people just traded in for alcohol, right? And then because it was such a sudden shift, and it kind of speaks to what William's talking about, is that if people aren't, gradually introduced to something like this, then it's going to be centralized again, and you don't want to fall into that trap, because then you just wind up with just basically what happened with Russia. You got Putin, and he's trying to manage the country until he passes away, and then passes on to the next heir.
Who's
And
coming after?
you had to, well, I mean, I wouldn't say anybody's come after Putin directly, but indirectly, I'm sure there's somebody who's. I know that I've seen debates and stuff like that from within Russia with Hans-Hermann Hoppe about how they need, to decentralize, and that was very controversial because he was not supposed to be there. He was not allowed to be there by law. So,
wow. All right. Here we go. Next question. All right, let's go. Let's see here. All right. Question, not financial advice. By the way, nothing is financial advice here. How early stage is the DePIN space for potential investment right now? What key factors should investors consider or be cautious about in this emerging sector? Who wants to go first?
You go here. Because I actually just typed the right answer to this in advance over here in the channel. I'm gonna put a corollary first to IAM's rule, right? He says, incentives are the key to making sure this works, right? That we have to have incentives, and they have to be reified into a marketplace so you can trade on the costs, right? Because we're all trading on the costs of staying where we are versus changing. And if we decide to move, we need to decide to move from firm ground. So the corollary is that if incentives stay hidden, neutrality cannot be assured, right? We can't know for sure that if any incentives stay hidden, that stays neutral. But especially, and this is how you should read this if you're an investor, right? This should read as a multiplier on future uncertainty. Just like VC investing always has a risk markup where they give you some money and they estimate your future value off of a risk multiplier so that they can gauge your performance against what they think you're worth. If that can't be calculated concretely and you're hearing a pitch deck that's asking you to give them money, what you're being asked to do is endorse the hiding of a long tail cost and ambiguity. And if you do that, you will make sure that the bill won't come due until after everyone is already using it, and then we lost the battle. It's not actually neutral. It's not actually decentralized. It tricked you. So this is how you do not get tricked. If the DePIN project that you're looking at getting into can't tell you what it's going to cost in 5 years with math, then you are looking in the wrong place.
Okay.
Good point.
I'll add to that if it's okay. If you're going to be making an investment, you should think about long-term, stability, what their long-term roadmap looks like, not just in the next year or two, talking about 8 to 10 years, and if they're able to survive, a crypto winter.
Yeah. Infrastructure builds are not hand wavy. So if someone's waving their hands instead of telling you the facts, you've got yourself a runaway from there as fast as you can moment.
Yep. And I think you do have to look at the team and even if there are
investors. That's a good point.
What's their history? Do they have any history of long-term sticking to it and getting the thing built?
You need people of honor to build it until it's on its feet.
Yeah. Yep.
Trusting it is not something you get up front. That's something you can do after it's done.
Yep. You can look at community too. You can see, you can tell a lot by that. So, okay. Very good.
I was going to say, a big part of our future is going to be, the automation side and robotics and as well as, energy grid that might be taxed, tax meaning have a lot of energy draws into these data centers. So we're going to need to be able to monitor a lot. And I think IoT devices that are monitoring networks and monitoring, physical equipment is going to be a big part of it. And knowing before, having key infrastructure, not fail, but knowing before it fails, bad example maybe, but let's take your refrigerator compressor. Let's say that its lifespan is on the average 12,000 hours. And your refrigerator, you want to sell it and it's already 11,500. Well, if someone knows that, they're not going to probably want to pay top dollar on a refrigerator's compressor that's going to probably die soon. And IoT devices work just like that. They are monitoring the hours or to so that you can swap out a device, like swap out the compressor on a refrigerator to give it a longer lifespan before it fails at a critical point when it's needed most. And I think, like helium is the example I gave, I think IoT devices that are monitoring robotics are going to be a big part of it. And we're going to want a subset or subsystem that is kind of communicating with these devices. And DePIN works perfect for that because these things are going to be decentralized. They're going to have decentralized ownership. They're going to be tokenized. And it's really a good glove, a good fit for the whole DePIN space, in my opinion.
Can I want to bring up an observation because a couple of things you said brought this to mind, and it's an interesting point. I think that you could apply it to AI, you can apply it to robotics, and I think depending, like say, if you have a project that is essentially advertising or claiming the nuts and bolts Here's what you can do. And it's real stuff, right? It's something, okay, that's something that people already pay for, or the people already do, or the people need, or something else. And it's being done in a way that isn't controlled, central, maybe, whether it's for privacy, whether it's for cost, whether it's for control. That's a good thing. The interesting thing, though, is, you talk about incentives, and the craziest thing that you can see in robotics a little bit, you can see it in definitely in AI. In AI, it's about to tear the entire economy down because they're spinning the craziest. Most of their, I would say, probably their OpenAI. I'll just say OpenAI is probably greatest innovation
It's the unalive.
Is accounting. And how they're and because you think about it, that's where their real valuation is coming from for whatever trillions or what, I don't even know what they're trying to say it is now, but it's all BS. And who isn't to say, and hopefully DePIN doesn't, I don't think it's ever going to be as hot because they don't have the there won't be the ability to do what they've done with AI, for instance. But the funniest thing to me is, you look at how many projects have, and I guarantee, they don't look into them too much, but projects that have raised good amount of money under essentially what should be considered fraud, which is all of social media did that. Now all of AI is doing that. That, for example, they had the little robot delivery system that was all AI, right? But it wasn't. It was driven by some a person in India driving this little cart around the town to deliver the food. The remote. Like, so they were, logging in remote, driving this thing around, and they found out, there wasn't AI. That there was an AI company that was focused on code, and they literally were just having Indians generate code for you, and failures, right? But it's just a crazy thing that the incentive is there, so they are going to deliver, even though they're not delivering the truthful thing. So anyway, you brought up robotics. I'm thinking, okay. I mean, I think we're more likely to, you're going to end up with a Somalian with some, a nice robot-looking suit on in your house doing the dishes for $30,000.
Why's he got to be Somali?
No,
I'm saying it would have to be, but
I mean, it probably is, but
those robots cost $20,000. Thank you.
What about Robo?
Yeah, but if it's a Somali, it costs.
I think with the monthly too, they're gonna probably have a fee on it. It'll have to have a special Tesla internet.
There is
access.
a subscription service.
Yeah,
Robo taxis are already a thing in Austin.
Yeah. Yep. Which company is it doing that?
It's Musk has got the Robo taxi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Because there's another company too that always.
There's Waymo as well.
That's right.
That's driverless. Taxis.
Waymo's Google, isn't it?
People give Musk's a lot of grief on X about acting like he's delivered self-driving, and I'm like, my car drives itself. I mean, I do. It does work. It is actually good. I don't know that I trust it. I always am tracking, who's actually paying for all of his stuff. Is it CIA or is it Mossad? Because I am kind of worried about that. But if ever I drive off a cliff at 120, it's not me doing that. Just know it's the same as that other guy that the CIA killed with his Mercedes, right? So
that's right.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about the self-driving is we've had it for like probably the last 25 years. I mean, it probably longer than that since the creation of the cruise control. I mean, that's effectively self-driving. I mean, it's not, but it is. You still got to have your hands on the wheel, but it is to an effect the early stages of what self-driving.
Oh yeah, I mean,
it's capable of.
That's for sure. But
Smart Cruise was the first. Smart Cruise had the radar in the front. You would set your cruise control, and it would maintain the gap between you and the car.
That was nice. Yep, as long as it wasn't raining.
Yep. That was the first iteration.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice.
Weather permitted.
I think there's a really important thing to point out that it doesn't have anything to do with investing math, but really has to do with cost math that we need to think about here, right? So if you aren't tracking constantly, like the thing about costs is you get nothing from an instant case, you get a price. Cost shows up in the deltas between prices, right? So if over time, the way that you're calculating your risk price shows the delta is going narrower, like it's starting to dissolve into similarity. If it's going sideways, if you start to feel that, then run, right? Or better yet, measure that first and don't get in. But you can't just measure once. You need a yardstick and a regular plan to keep measuring.
Okay, cool. You go to next. Go to next.
Yeah.
Go to next. Xano. Yeah. Okay, how could DePIN and the use of privacy tokens like Xano be married together in a project? I'll say real quick, I think a privacy coin, if you're gonna have a decentralized infrastructure network, a privacy coin would probably be the smartest bet, because you could Xano, I don't know. I mean, it actually could be a really interesting angle on it too, because you could segment it. So you know, maybe you get this something on Xano, this token, and maybe you could get paid in multiple types of tokens. I don't know. Bunch of cool stuff there anyway.
Yep. Right. Key factors. All right, so we're on how DePIN can be and privacy tokens. Okay. I think privacy tokens can be helped by DePIN, but only if DePIN can be proven to respect the privacy primitives that they imply. So it's really not privacy so much as it is privacy prophylactic, a way to make it so that we don't even have to have the debate. That's what Roman Storm tried to build, and Keon Rodriguez and Bill Hill tried to build.
I would take this as the opposite of that, though. Not. I would take this as privacy tokens helping DePIN, not DePIN helping privacy tokens.
Yes, that's
right. Exactly. Well, no, I mean, but both help both, right? Because if you can't get privacy related services on DePIN, then or privacy prophylactic services on DePIN, that's not an infrastructure you can buy there, then it's not a complete marketplace. It's a fragmented one.
I agree with that.
Distorted one.
I just think this is more like, hey,
everything's priced against everything else.
And I don't want my cable company coming after me, right? Because
like if you've already got a privacy problem on your DePIN project, like if you can't actually have privacy or privacy protective primitives on there, if you can't get Tornado Cache APIs through DIN, which I can't say one way or the other we can do that yet, because people come with guns at you if you start defending projects
that
are pointing guns, right?
If that's an issue,
that's the problem, isn't it? I'm not even sure I can trust my own project yet. Now, that said, I'm going to say that clear-eyed and work towards it, and you guys can see me do that, right? Yeah. If I'm making progress and telling you on a regular basis that I'm making progress, and it maps up to the numbers that you're taking, despite the fact that you like me or hate me or whatever. I mean, I love my haters; they're my most loyal fans. But yeah, just like don't get fleeced by going with somebody you like. And I'm going to tell you that to your face, because I don't want you to like me. I want you to buy a thing that's going to help the world get better.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it if you like me, but I'm not going to make my decisions based on that.
Anyone else?
I would just say, hey, you had me at privacy dividends. If I can receive token dividend.
What about an unprivacy markup on everything that isn't?
Yeah, or
that's what I like.
If I'm supporting an alternative system, a parallel system, and my dividend payments are in privacy tokens, wow, I
want infrastructure to be priced on long tail cost. That's what I want.
All right. So, with that said, we're already past the hour, so we can go to meme coins now.
What a great
memes and meme coins.
Thank you so much, by the way, for whoever. Did I suggest the topic? Thanking myself for suggesting the topic.
I believe somebody else did.
I think it was you.
Well, thanks to me for bringing up my own thing so I could blow my horn for you all. Write that down and check to see if the numbers follow. But then go out and look seriously, because
I'm claiming
the one thing that will make DePIN fail is if nobody even gives it a chance to try it. And if we work on it together and look at the right things, we can actually build it.
It's
not foreclosed yet.
For a long time, and there've been a few cracks at it that have added to the I mean, it's a good thing. So
we just need more cracks and more crackers.
Yeah, the libertarian spirit and DePIN really go hand in hand, in my opinion.
Yeah, they align. Ideology comes second with infrastructure.
And by the way,
stability comes first.
The thing is, I think this, DePIN, if implemented in a way that isn't the typical crypto way of doing things, could be extremely popular in a very organic way, because people have computers sitting in their house that they don't use all the time, right? People have resources, people, and other people need them sometimes, or maybe need overflow. I might need some more storage, and so it'd be a nice thing to not have to go and procure and install, and it was like I just plug into this and all my overflow will go out. That's extremely attractive, even for normal people. It's like, oh, you're saying I could just earn money with this piece of hardware sitting on the floor, right? And it's like, yeah, people will do it, and that's an amazing thing. If we could make that happen, and you get normies adopting. That's why, again, I go back to the Scicoin thing. I think and I have a project proposed, and I had potential partners back in the day, and literally all it is network attached storage that happens to have, and it wouldn't, by the way, this wouldn't even necessarily be DePIN. It could be plugged into DePIN, but it would essentially be something where a blockchain will prove your file. So if you're a law office or a business, or just you yourself, and you get charged with murder, you can pull all of your evidence of, you can see I was here at this birthday party, and here, it's on chain, right? That doesn't exist, and I'm like, that should exist. Yet it's the stupidest thing in the world. I haven't been able to find a partner that wants to go in and let's build this. I mean, most of it's open source, so it wouldn't be hard to build. Just frustrating stuff. Anyway, so all right. So current events. Here's some meme coins. Some memery stuff from Meme Asylum. I have a bunch of Meme Asylum stuff here, so I will apologize in advance.
I will return. I'm going to get some more tea.
Okay.
Yes, ginger. Put some ginger in it too. All right. What is the first current event we going to cover, you guys?
Man.
I feel
like the world's just perfect right now. We should probably just wrap up, because there's nothing interesting at all that we need to talk about.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
That'd be nice if that was the world today. That would be super cool.
Right.
Yeah, it's not, right?
What are you guys thinking about lately?
Jeez.
What's going on?
They get more spicy with this ICE stuff. It's just on the Judge Report. The headline that said that it.
It's a portmanteau pun.
I know. They're
going a little overboard.
They detained a 5-year-old and was using him as
in
bait.
ICE.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's detain 5-year-olds.
There's all trained by IDF
in 2 ways.
Right? I mean, think about it.
Well, obviously that's a headline thing, right? They're trying to make spicy with the headline.
You think about it. They do their training with the IDF. They have an office in Israel. Of course, they're going to arrest 5-year-old citizens.
Well, if they're training with the IDF, shouldn't, instead of arresting the 5-year-old, they should just shoot them?
Yeah, well, that's the one thing.
That's what the IDF does. So I mean,
well, this is an American audience. They can't do that,
Oh, yeah.
Allegedly.
Not yet. Not until they get those laws passed.
Allegedly.
No. We have to figure out a way to talk out the side of our mouths about how we're not doing it first in this country.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Let's see here.
Well, Israel's got the thing with the integrating with the Russians, so they know the double speak a little better than we do.
Listen, ICE, come to my house. I will self-report. You can deport me. I am willing to go to St. Kitts and Nevis. So come deport me. I'm fine.
I would say this. We should be more human about this, right? If we want ICE to behave in a more human way, we have to make it really hard for them to hurt us by giving them ammunition, right? Like if they come to your house, like bring them in for coffee and have a chat. Tell them what you think. If they want to talk to you, and just don't give them anything they can use against you, but be nice, It's okay to be nice to people who are investigating you, as long as you don't give them stuff that they can use against you.
You let the kids with the backpacks in too, to come in and pray with you or anything?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, if we want a different thing, we got to try a different thing.
Maybe.
And it doesn't seem like hostilities
I'd invite
much
them
for
in.
making things worse.
Depends on what's in the backpack.
They have masks on, so I don't know if I would invite them in. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah, they would be hard to hear. I guess.
I would honestly. I like that idea, but at the same time, they're ramping up this scheme and they're not training anybody to the point like they're just collecting bodies that want welfare. So
we'll
like
just have a sign on the door that says
conversation.
"Warning: premises are recorded," and they probably won't even knock.
No, probably not.
I mean, listen, if you're gonna have them into your house, make sure that you have Mermy TV on in the background. That's all I'm saying.
What's that? What is it?
Mermy TV. You've
I
never
don't know,
seen the memes?
No,
I think it's some porn that Andrew's into.
Put the mark of the beast over
Mermy
your
TV.
door. No.
Mermy TV
Sounds like
is an Israeli like a private Israeli organization. They did translate Middle Eastern TV.
It sounds like a Mossad op. Sounds like OnlyFans.
I mean, they used to work for the Israeli government. So
can I say something real about all this shit, guys? I'm having worry fatigue over all this. I can't even bring myself to feel like I know I ought to. Like, I'm just sitting here watching it happen. Like, oh, that's on fire. Oh, that's exploding. What the fuck? Somebody just shot a 5-year-old. I can't bring myself to moral outrage. I just can't.
Are you
like, it's just
worried
not
about
there in me anymore.
What about throwing grenades into a baby's basket?
Nope,
or
nothing.
Bed?
I mean, it's horrible. I can feel that
grenade.
ought to feel horrible, but it's really hard to feel right now because of it. You know, it hurts a lot, and so you just sort of have to protect your psyche from it.
Yeah, you're so numb that you protect it from your mind.
Right.
You protect
the worst thing they can do is make you
coping
feel nothing to atrocity. That's how they win in the end too.
Yeah.
And maybe we need to look at less atrocity because we can't handle it that much. That's what I'm wondering.
I don't know. Is he a Fed or is he just a useful idiot? I'm leaning more towards useful idiot.
That's what I used to think, but
well, idiot is very clear.
think he's
I'm
a
not
pimp.
sure if it's Fed or useful, but we do know Feds are pretty useless.
The real game here, guys.
So if he's not a Fed, he's useful.
We should probably
he's clearly an idiot.
We should probably find a way to monetize this as a game.
Yes.
But the real game is which federal or intel organization owns this person. You know, which one owns Lindsey Graham? Which one owns Fuentes?
Somebody put that in
Grok
Grok images and like make it do something stupid. Yeah. I really want to see that.
Now I think Carlson.
Better question. Who owns Dave Smith?
It looks like Trumpy Fallon.
I think he's CIA because he criticizes Israel, so he's CIA. Just like
if Jimmy Fallon tried to do Trump hair.
And by the way, I can't point to the date, but for instance, I'll give you. This is a really weird thing, but I noticed this that a couple of years ago, before Trump released the JFK files, there was some mention in the press, New York Times, if you want to call it the press, that somehow the CIA was involved in, it's like, oh, new evidence, CIA involved in JFK's murder. It's like, okay, all right, that's new. All right. But either way, that the CIA released something that day that just hinted to Israeli involvement. And it was so crazy to me that they're like constrained. They can't say it was actually Mossad. They're not allowed to say that. But they made sure it's like, yeah, fuck you guys. And they posted this. It was hilarious to me. It's like this weird, these two forces control all of the evil stuff in the world. And I don't know entirely how they break down the difference. I mean, the child trafficking, that's definitely Mossad. The drug running is CIA, I guess. Right. So, pick your poison, I guess, if you want to be there. But anyway.
Vertigo minus outrage equals ennui, I'm pretty sure.
That's a hilarious meme. Fed squares.
Yes. Yeah. Ah, man. Miriam Adelson's goal achieved hat. I need, if you could just get your Trump hats embroidered, right?
Oh,
They
sorry,
just
guys.
need the thing where it's Velcro right there on top. Just
That's true. Just like an army, whatever you call that, right?
yeah, that's what I got.
If you hear me sneeze, I'm allergic to MAGA.
Oh my goodness.
So
Here's some more MAGA for you.
Oh,
oh man.
Oh, it's so funny. Oh,
Right.
this one I saved just for
Make-
you. Just
Make
for-
make Armenia great again.
Sean isn't here, but at least William can weigh in. I think this was attached to one of Abbott's posts, the one where he's at his parties.
if California or New York was up there or Illinois,
Yeah, but see, they are expected to be what they are. Texas is supposed to be the opposite of what Texas actually is.
I will give California some sort of credit. Not California as a state because it's a joke, but Huntington beats California is where they're actually doing some things. Divorcing from Sacramento. So
I live in a place in Texas. I don't live in Texas.
Building coalitions and actually passing certain laws like that are actually benefit to people. And
wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So,
I don't know the weather. The weather there is nice.
As far as I'm concerned,
Plus you have the
Portland,
weather.
Texas has not been a national embarrassment anytime recently. So I'm perfectly happy with my Texas.
Okay, that's cool.
Depends on where you're at in Texas. Sometimes you find yourself in Texas where it's all desert, and sometimes you find yourself in Texas where you get the weather.
But this is why I don't visit the Capitol building ever, because I don't want to live in that locality.
Oh,
really?
Well, that's liberal. Austin is just progressive bullshit.
I actually didn't mind Austin so much. It was actually kind of, I can't remember. There was some good food.
Right, but you didn't go to the State House and listen to session, or like go to a.
Actually, we did. We were there with the kids, so we were like, "Hey, let's go in there." And we walked in, and we watched.
But did you stop and hey, I'm going to see the policies and maybe talk to these guys after?
I will. No, heck no, because I'm not.
If you're not doing that, then you really
they don't represent me.
With Texas.
I will tell you, it was very embarrassing what they were talking about. I'm not even going to cover it here, but it was like, oh my god.
Hey, is X down or is it just me?
I
think X is down. X is always down. I think it's a.
Elon Musk just did a really long thread. It looks like so. Maybe that's why.
This one, I'm showing this because
I'm getting
it's well written. It's a well written meme.
Yeah, I'm getting signal from. That's all.
I mean, this is just this pattern needs to be remembered for other uses later. I like it. Right.
I honestly can't go to my profile. That's weird.
Oh, you are frozen on my screen.
That could be an infrastructure problem. It's too bad you're not wired up to the internet via DePIN.
Exactly.
I'm frozen.
Labor shortages.
I can see you moving.
Not anymore. You were.
Okay, now X isn't loading for me.
That's because
rolling brownouts.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like Mossad is up to something.
I'm unable to go to my profile on X.
Yeah, all of the.
I have a whole bunch of Greek
I don't know.
images.
Mine's still working. It's probably regional. I'll bet you guys are getting routed somewhere I'm not.
Yeah,
there you go. I refreshed it and it worked.
I'm thinking that it has something to do with the fusion center that's in Tel Aviv.
I'm betting that Grok reinvigorated his
anti-Semitism,
Ecke Hitler, and therefore
they had to fix it.
Take everything down.
Something went wrong, and it's not your fault. That's what it just said.
Really? Wow. Man.
Yeah, I can't put.
What do you think of this?
Oh gosh.
Sorry, I've okay. This one is one of my favorite meme asylum support. Like, what do you call them? These are the support memes, right?
Yeah.
It's essentially the memes that aren't the actual meme, but memes supporting the meme. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I get it. That's funny.
Presidential alert memes, support memes.
Thank you for this attention to this matter.
This one.
That's funny.
I love it. Leave the pedophile billionaires alone. I'm surprised at how many people.
How about Pam Bondi? She saw the
I
list.
mean,
She
the
saw
problem is
the,
we're not going after acts, right?
but yet she's going to
If we want to
go
get them, we have to
after
go
the
for acts of pedophilia.
ICE agents who are being doxxed, but she won't go after the pedophiles.
Right, because you can't go
dox
after
them.
pedophiles
What if-
for just
You won't
being
dox the
pedophiles
pedophile.
nebulously. You have to be able to prove
but
it.
what if
right? And they're
what
not
if
looking
the
at that
ICE
part.
agent? What if the ICE agents are also part of the pedophiles?
Yeah.
Good question.
But it's not like it's like not like they don't have files.
No.
You know, like
Full
come on.
files.
That's true.
And they're lying.
Yeah.
They're lying about
Weird
there
one,
are no whatever parties which they
I
they already
mean,
have on the record that there are. So it's total
listen,
yes.
just remember that the WEF replaced the 007 supervillain for Larry fucking Fink. There you go.
You know,
Really?
another
Well, and
thing people
obviously-
should do to solve this is volunteer to help victims of child
Whole
abuse
thing.
if you can, right? Like, because we can maybe undo some of the harm, even if we can't get the bastards doing the harm.
Well,
if we
speaking-
can't, how about
yeah.
we just hang the bastards doing the harm? Sure.
No,
we
I'm
can-
all for that, Joe. But nobody wants to be the first guy holding the holding
don't
the rope when you walk through the door. They're holding shotguns, right?
Speaking of trust the plan,
What-
Goy,
Who's
hell
going
we got
first?
for
and
then?
the WEF and pedophiles, Trump at the WEF. What do we think about that? Also, I saw William with his hand up.
I think it's
was
funny,
saying
probably.
I hold
That's
the
what I
rope.
think.
I'll hold the rope. I'll face the shotgun.
He's probably daring.
I know.
He's probably daring
You
the
see-
Nobel
I'll
Committee
steal
people to
it,
show up and
someone
have a
else will.
face to face with him. He's apparently really
I will
miffed
tell you,
that he didn't get a Nobel
It
Prize.
is the most embarrassing thing now to get on a call with any colleagues in Europe or Asia because you have to make sure they know how stupid we all think it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean, and moreover, that we did this to them because of what they're trying to do to us. They need to back the fuck off, or we're going to send a worse one next time.
Yeah.
Like, and not because we want to, but because we're that crazy. If
Yeah.
Trump isn't enough of an escalation, guess what's next? Either we're taking shit to the next level, or we're going to send someone that we consider a functional equivalent of next level. Right? It'll be 10x Trump. It'll be Trumpy Fallon instead. Right?
Yeah.
God save us all from that.
Yeah. How about
Apparently
this?
Trump
Don't piss us off. We will go to the edge. We win
Pedophile
games of
protector.
chicken or we die.
He visits the Ford factory, I think, right? Was it Ford? I'm pretty sure it was Ford.
Yeah. What
And,
was that all about? Why did he do it?
Somebody in the one of the employees, one of the factory workers, yelled out to him, "Pedophile protector," and he didn't like that, and he flipped him off, and he said something to him. He said, "Fuck you," I think. It's
So,
like this is the president. By the way,
Oh
by
yeah.
the way, real quick, no,
Yeah.
this is important. This is important here. I want to bring something up that really kind of blows my mind. So this is a president doing this shit, which this is freaking despicable. You know, have a president do is like you're going to visit a factory. Guess what? You're going to have real people working at the factory who know what shit's going on. They're going to say shit, and you know, you best not do the shit you did. But the other thing is, you watch half of these videos from ICE. And I'm all for deporting illegals. I'm all for deporting people who are, you know, taking jobs. You know, I know I can't tell you countless people who can't get a job right now because they're all taken by H-1B Indians for a third the rate that it should be paid because someone on Wall Street wants to meet their numbers. And guess what? These ICE guys, what are they doing? They're saying, get out of the fucking car. I'm like, wait a minute. You're a federal law enforcement and you're cussing at a potential what turned out to be a citizen right before you kill her and then say fucking bitch. It's like, what the hell is going on with this country that our federal workers think that they can cuss at us like that? Fuck them entirely. And when it first happened, I had a friend say, I was like, I don't know, I need to see more of it. And I'm like, here's the thing, I need to see more of it too. You know, if I was on a jury, I'd want to know everything about it, of course. But what I've been through, I will tell you, these people will only lie. They will only cheat. They will only steal. They will do everything they can to kill you and your kids. And you better pay attention, because all of these bureaucrats are in on it, and they're getting paid to do this shit. And, and they're talking about $30,000 bonuses. So they're going to arrest someone, even if they are a Native American citizen of the United States. They're getting bonuses for it. It's freaking disgusting. They're West Africans in masks grabbing U.S. citizens off the street.
Yep.
For the federal government while they're cussing at them and threatening them. It's like, this is totally fucked up. I don't want to.
That's the irony, isn't it? The irony is that a lot of the agents are most likely not American.
Yeah, it's disgusting, the whole thing. And then so the state, local, federal government, don't trust them a bit. They're all liars. They're all cheats. They wouldn't be there otherwise. So anyway, that's me. Sorry about that. There's a little rant.
You're fine. It's all right. You don't have any rights to. No.
Can I share a meme real quick, Joe?
Sure. Let me.
Okay.
Wait, you have to do this one first.
Oh, yeah.
Meme asylum stuff is getting crazy. Okay, is this it? Oh, brother. There you go. That's horrible.
I mean,
there's some Trump ones too.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I love them.
Yep.
I got one more. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh, man.
This is one from the economic, the WEF. This is Soros' son who's taken over.
Yeah.
Gavin Newsom.
Oh.
Alex. It's Alex Soros.
Yeah, Alex.
I call him Al.
Al. And then there's this one.
That's funny.
That's funny.
That is the truth. That needs to be.
I got one too. If you want to bring it up.
Okay. Yes. Where are we at? Where is it? Where is it? This one?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh. You look at my my banner on X. This is here. I'll see if I'll show my banner on X if I can find it.
I just shared that one too from you. Yeah, that was I reposted that one, Zach, that Buds in Reality had commented on yours. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is my X profile. It's been I was surprised they let me keep that on there. They didn't pay attention when I put it up. So
it's because you misspelled it. That's probably why.
That was before all the Epstein stuff, became the forefront. Real quick, changing the subject real quick. Just for whoever's out there watching, listening, hey, you guys, be sure and prep for this storm this upcoming week. It's going to be taxing on the grid, the power grid. You can see some power outages,
especially in Texas.
A lot of the folks are used to.
I'm actually excited for the data. As weird as that sounds, I've been monitoring this stuff lately, and it's really interesting.
And then the next thing I was going to say is it's a good thing that the this most recent CME didn't occur at the same time that the grid was going to be, at its full capacity, trying to keep everyone's home warm. So make sure.
I think I just hope I can go to church.
Prepare for CME.
You can always go to church.
Yeah. It's always I want to go physically. Well, yeah, but I want to go to mass. So
yeah, you should get ordained.
No, that's me. I got another one there, Joe. Coincides with this one, actually.
Oh, look, it's Bombatown.
Do you think there's a service availability, like there's a marketplace for mobile mass, like mobile groomers?
I mean,
like call a thing up and have a service because you can't get out.
Yeah. I mean, actually,
do you think people would buy that? I think that'd be neat. If people,
a lot of priests go throughout the week. They'll go administer the Eucharist. So people that can't get out.
Oh yeah,
that American
homes and all that. So there's definitely a market for
make
a mobile
infrastructure
unit.
Graceful again.
Yeah,
call me.
Sorry if I offend any Bambino fans.
You know what?
just
Fuck
playing.
'em.
I'm just
Hey,
playing.
share that one I just put down there in the
Oh, okay. One second.
backstage.
This
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Yep. Man, it's so disappointing. So disappointing.
It is. It really is.
He could have
It is.
been. He could have. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, wasn't in the cards. He was never. He would never the plan for him to actually do what we all wanted.
Yeah,
to
that's
happen.
what happens when
Yeah,
you
it
trust the
wasn't- it wasn't.
plan.
You got to remember that man's a New Yorker too, so he's always looked to the government. He's always licked the boot of the government. So
Mm.
he was going to be easy to break if he was second command at the FBI and was going in there to really, delete the deep state, drain the swamp, drain the swamp within the FBI. He was an easy one to flip, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, he was a Secret Service agent as well,
Yeah,
so it's
exactly.
like it makes sense that it was easy. They had things on him already.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. I don't know if it was personally on him or maybe they threatened his family or I don't know, but the fact is like they have something on Bongino to the point where he's willing to protect pedophiles.
As well as I hope we never forget. And when he really fires up his show, I hope the ratings suck and it goes
They
down
will.
the tubes because
They will. I mean, they'll pay
because
for.
nobody's going to watch it. Everyone's going to call him on it.
They'll pay for views. Israel will pay him for views, and they'll give him at least $7,000 an episode, or $7,000 for every sentence that he says.
Shapiro's doing that. He's paying for views on YouTube.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
of course he is. It's all everybody knows.
I'm getting 7,000 for my birthday.
Are you? That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Did you have
dude.
to? Did you have to have a Hanukkah on top of your cake?
No, he's just getting it from Qatar. You could
How many
tell.
candles?
Nice.
How many candles is? I can't remember. Anyway, what I want to ask you guys about this one. This one blows my mind. That someone asked him. This is the lead programmer for X. Someone asked him about changing the Iranian flag to the non-current flag, but to the former one.
That's going to do shit.
Well,
It's a stupid waste of time.
meaningless,
It's a
but-
decoration.
But here's the thing: it clouds X as being not.
Yeah, I know.
at all-
It doesn't make anything sharper. It's just anti-clarity nonsense that doesn't have any real impact. Why are we wasting
Hold
our
on, Greg.
fucking
Hold on,
energy?
Greg. I think Joe's making a point that I agree with.
No, I'm not. I'm not talking against Joe's point. I'm supporting it. I'm
Yeah,
assuming you're against this
And it's
bullshit.
BS for sure. It's just that I think this is disgusting. That whether or not you support, like I don't support Israel, but I would never say, hey, X should change the Israeli flag to the Palestinian flag, right?
Right.
Are
that
we
would-
all in agreement?
How that would color X as like it's not. It takes a side, and in this case,
Right.
if you
Are we all in agreement that that the 1979 I don't know, the 1979 coup of the Islamic Revolution was actually a Mossad psyop?
Oh yeah, obviously. My CIA probably involved too, right? So
Oh yeah, I mean, as much as Israel would like to say that Iran is the enemy, Israel has helped fund and perpetuate it and done arms deals with them
I'm gonna tell
all
you
throughout the history
little
since
things.
'79.
You know, something I'd never thought about is, likely that the U.S. government at the time, that would be Carter and Reagan, knew that Israel was
Oh, yeah.
behind it and that we had hostages there that were actually being held by Israeli agents. Almost certain,
Well,
right?
yeah.
So that's crazy. Now, here's the
It's-
other thing.
it's-
The indicator that I've realized is if there is an attack, okay, or some event in the world, it's particularly brutal, right? You're talking like, Bataclan in Paris, where they castrated people who were
Yep.
alive, and something really brutal that was also a spectacle. Everybody's attention is on it.
Yep.
Every time, I kid you not, absolutely that's Mossad. There's no way around
yeah.
it. It's not CIA. CIA doesn't do good on the brutal. They're usually stupid stuff. You could see it's
Mhm.
like, oh, they're going to bomb some underwater, oil line or something like that. I mean, that's a CIA thing. If they're
Mhm.
killing people brutally, cutting their heads off, cutting off pieces of their body, doing really brutal, that's Mossad, especially if there's
Oh
a
yeah.
spectacle behind it. So anyway,
Mhm.
man, why do we have to talk about this shit? Anyway,
Because sadly, it's part of the world today. It's
Yeah.
horrible.
anyway, this one's good. I like this one. This one's beautiful and brilliant. I love it.
Right.
It's totally point of view, right? It's totally. It's just which team are you on, and how do we frame it? It's like we're gonna make you identify with the lion.
What's interesting to me is in an office somewhere on the documentary network, somebody's going to capture both demographics. We need to set up a dichotomy where we show lots of lions eating antelopes. And if we do that, then we can be assured we'll capture both audiences because they'll be angry at us for doing it. So they'll watch to comment negative.
Oh yeah.
All we need your number go up. So it doesn't matter if it
always
destroys their
always
psyche
encapsulate always encapsulate those haters, man. All those hate views.
I'm not.
This
good
collapses
at
into a
that.
nothing burger if you kill the outrage.
The haters bother me too much. I guess it's too hard for me. But I know it's like something that if you can capture your haters and
yeah,
it's like what is that? Is that
a good heuristic is if it's making you angry, turn it off.
Man,
they will respond to that. You'll see less.
I got
a
better idea, everybody. Turn off your fucking TV.
Yeah.
Unless
there's something that you're getting a benefit from of it, other than like not thinking about something else.
Still
you don't want to think about.
Watches like evening news or any of that stuff. I mean, does anybody here?
Boomers.
I gotta say something about
people who accidentally glance at it while they're waiting in the airport to get raped by the hands of the TSA.
I recently
But they're doing their jobs, Greg.
You look away and you look up while they feel your balls. So you accidentally glance at CNN. That's where they get their ratings.
All right, William.
I used to watch sports a lot, and I recently was watching the end of one of the football games, and I couldn't believe the commercials. I was just so shocked because I don't watch TV anymore, and I was shocked at the commercials for how many drug commercials there were, which we already knew, but they were actually still Plaxid or whatever, and the booster shot for COVID. And I was like, what? They're still doing that? I guess I couldn't believe it until I saw it, and then I felt guilty. Man, I'm wasting my time watching this bread and circus.
Yeah, because at this rate, like they know who their audience is and who's still watching, and like the demographic of those that are actually watching the televised version of everything is between like the ages of 65 and like 80.
Yeah.
I would say I would go over 80, but most of the 80 plus are dying and like they're gonna be gone soon, so they're not paying attention. They're in nursing homes.
I just usually watch the Super Bowl. I find a copy of it online after it's happened and try not to get spoiled on it.
Yeah. I used to like to watch the Super Bowl because of the commercials. Another point I thought was kind of interesting was my wife will watch the local news in Spanish and in English, and she'll compare the two, and maybe it's a specific story. And it's interesting that the Spanish channel is now more conservative than the local news channel.
Yep.
And even though that is still left of center, the Spanish channel. But I thought it was fascinating to watch how that has evolved and changed.
Yeah.
And I'll watch it with her. I'll watch the Spanish channel with her, sometimes.
With subtitles?
No.
Right.
I get it.
I mean,
that's a good part of it.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll watch a. It can be any language, but sometimes I'll watch. I'll watch a movie if I can and switch it to German. Sounds more badass.
It does. Yeah. I wish I do
with
German.
no subtitles either.
Very
I took
good.
it in high school, and I don't remember it now.
I took a little bit of German.
My grandfather that was his first language. My dad, was fluent in German, but he didn't really teach me. He didn't talk it, German in the house.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I took a little German in high school too, but I mean, I didn't really go anywhere with it. I've been thinking about getting Rosetta Stone eventually for it. Because I got Rosetta Stone in Japanese.
Who needs Rosetta Stone when you have YouTube?
Speaking of languages, so last night I'm listening to
Not even right.
the most oldest ancient texts and how they're being able to now using AI be able to decipher it and translate tablets that they didn't. And they said this researcher was saying it's funny. The oldest text is actually accounting. It's John owes Mark 4 goats and 2 chickens, and Mark owes Josephus 3 bushels of corn or whatever and 2 goats and a chicken, and that was actually the first recorded language. I thought it was
That's funny.
Yep, that's the way it is. All right, I'm looking for. Man, there's some of these memes. I hope they aren't offend anyone.
Oh, I don't know if that's hilarious or racist. It's hilarious.
I feel like someone needs to do a version of this where everybody just has a straight face.
Yeah,
like they should all just be
with the.
I mean, they should really all be. They're all really Wojaks when it comes down to it, right?
Yeah.
I think they should do one where everybody has a straight face, but then the one guy is just laughing his ass off.
Yeah,
the one guy.
Yeah, that is incomplete because there's like not a room pictured in that thing where like other people are laughing at him. Like the lizard people meme needs to be juxtaposed with that.
Yeah,
the lizard people are like they think they're actually solving a problem that has to do with them.
Yeah. How about this one?
Oh, just so you know, what are the countries that yet have a Rothschild affiliated central bank? Can you name
We
it?
answered this last night, though, so you should really hold that for the legacy.
Iran.
Go watch yesterday's episode.
Venezuela, Iran, Cuba, North Korea, and Syria.
Yep, that's why they're the bad guys. Don't you understand this?
Yep.
They don't have.
The only legitimate nation state in the world is probably Somaliland. Honestly,
Libya.
It's so funny.
Honestly, yeah.
This one right here, battering ram of the international banks. That's what we've been used for over 100 years. It's so funny. This meme popped right up.
Because the UN won't let them in.
That it's crazy, but it's I don't know. It's hilarious because it's so obvious now, and that they got a lot of us, were for years, essentially, cheerleaders for the banks going after all these stupid.
Hey guys, I have to jump a little early. I got a thing pop up that I got to take care of. So it's been great, but I got to run. Everybody come to Design Heretics page on Substack and read my shit because I'm being real and looking clear-eyed solutions now. And it's not fun to read. It will hurt. You will feel fucking vertigo all day long until you get to the bottom of the article. But when you are done, you will see shit about how this could actually change.
That's cool.
So come join me.
Very cool.
Sweet.
All right,
Thanks,
see you, Greg. Thanks a bunch.
See ya.
We only have like 15 minutes anyway, so answer the call. Man.
Oh gosh. Oh, that hurts hard. I'll be honest.
There you go.
The youngest is literally taking his ASVAB test to join the Army as we speak.
I want to ask you for anything personal, but yeah, that's like, wow, that's rough. Because I was worried I was going to have a talk with one of my kids who was considering, and they on their own figured it out and are not, right? So, because I was like, you don't want to die for these people right here.
College wasn't for him.
Yeah.
Sees what it did to his mom.
Yeah. Well, man, sorry. Oh, did you guys see these? These were hilarious.
No, I didn't see this one.
They asked
What
him,
is-
okay, Grok. Sorry, I can't see because this stupid thing popped up something in front of me here. I can't read it because it's, damn it, dumb thing.
There it is.
Okay. You're a retarded computer with zero credibility. It's Charlie Kirk's reptilian wife, Grok. And Grok says the image on the right is JD Vance in drag from a 2011 Yale photo. That really happened. It's hilarious, I think. It's just,
That's funny.
Really
Why does JD look like Elon Musk from this angle?
Do you think
Kind
he
of.
does? I don't
I don't know. Maybe I'm just blind.
Maybe.
I am kind of blind.
Oh, this
Both
one.
technocrats, maybe that's why.
Probably.
Man. Oh, okay. This was. I'm getting back to these dates now.
That's right. That's hilarious.
I mean,
That one's good.
I mean, look.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It kind of has a similarity.
Oh,
gosh.
man.
What was with all the costume changes?
Who knows?
I don't
That's what they do in a psyop, I guess. It's
They
bizarre.
changed their.
I have no freaking clue. Here, put this on. We have different colored lights in the next stop. It's so dumb.
Right.
This one's good.
Mm.
This one's good. You can't you can't pick all three of them. It's so funny. That one's really good.
That's hilarious.
This one's really good.
Nicholas
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, very, very true.
Oh yeah.
Man, I don't know. They said he seemed to be a pretty funny guy too, from what I heard.
Yeah, he was probably funny. He was definitely, he's not a good man, but at the same time, he's also not funded by APAC.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the
Right.
thing. That's the thing. I would have always assumed this is probably a bad guy. He's probably done, but now I'm like, hey, I know what they've done with
He's-
our country. So anybody who's
Yeah.
kept them out of his country, it's like probably, it's like I even think Kim is not even maybe as bad of a guy as they try to make him out to be.
Mhm.
He
Well,
grew
if
up in
that-
I mean,
Europe.
if we,
You know, it matches with what you've always said. If they're telling you one thing, the opposite is probably true.
Yep, almost always. Yep.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
Oh man, it's
Uh,
horrible. Oh, here.
Trump, Epstein, and Bill Clinton having an orgy. That's what you're fighting for. With each other, by the way.
To be Israel's bitch.
Mm.
And Aurelius. Okay, Marcus
Oh, there you
Aurelius.
go.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
It's so true.
This
Yeah.
one's creepy but funny too.
They're
The whole
stumbling down
thing
the
about
occultic rabbit hole.
Saturn and being associated with the hexagon stuff and the black cube being on its whatever you call that angle.
I mean,
And then
yeah.
this guy, if you knew what was
That's, I mean, the Gnosticism, that's the reason why it was called out for being the heresy that it was very early before you had true unity in the church, was because of the Saturn worship. It's not the hidden knowledge, as they say. It's literally, it's just implementing all the paganism from all over the region. It's basically, as Joe says, it's the desert religions all in one.
Wait, which one is? Because I think anything
Gnosticism.
Abraham. Oh, really? I don't know. I think anything
Yeah.
Abrahamic is.
Well, they have Gnosticism is it presents a duology. So, I mean, and the flesh is so considered to be so evil that you have to essentially unalive yourself to free yourself from it.
In
Interesting.
Minnesota and Texas, they changed their school curriculum to now spell learning correctly into leering.
Really?
Leering.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, there's
Leering.
stuff in Ohio, there's stuff in Texas, there's stuff in Washington State also going on where people are pulling this stuff out, and it's
Mhm.
and then if you saw the what's his name Oliverio, his video on that little town in New York where it was the Hasidic Jewish town,
Yeah.
which is allowed
Mhm.
somehow, even though you can't have one in Arkansas. But the one there is everybody's on welfare with 17 kids, so it's freaking crazy, right?
Oh, sorry guys.
I don't know anymore what what the hell you're supposed to. Oh, this one's good here. Protected wetland.
What kind of wetland? What kind of what wetland are we protecting?
Yeah,
the swamp, the DC swamp.
Man,
probably.
I was actually leading into a pedophile joke, but yeah, the swamp.
Oh, so this was the original Grok response to that. Same. It's like it's actually JD Vance and both. Oh, and the other thing that they found is that they both grew up in towns about 40 minutes away from each other. That I think it was him as soon as I can't remember. One of the two of them had their father leave shortly after they were born, and the question was, do they have the same father?
Is that the reason why she was involved in Romania with all that trafficking?
Probably.
And also why she gave a speech at a CIA meeting.
Yeah, no joke. Well, it was like a meeting video, wasn't it?
Why she was at what was it? Fort Havasupai or whatever. What's it? I don't know what fort it was.
I'm starting to lean towards Israel wasn't directly involved, but Israel was funding the operation that she led.
Oh, there's an Egyptian jet there. There's no way they weren't involved.
Oh, of course.
Anyway,
they funded.
The real question was: is Islam right about women?
Is Islam right about
to be answered later? I think we can. That one.
I mean, be careful with Islam, because I mean they worship a prophet that likes to have sex with guys. So,
jeez, man,
it's in the Quran, man.
And it's like that's I don't know, man. Wow, is it really?
It's in the Quran.
Okay, all right.
Wow.
Well, I don't know. Okay, we probably should.
Greg put in a lot of comments. Wow, I missed it.
We probably. Oh, here's the Peter Thiel email, right? All right, we probably need to get out of here. We have 9 minutes left, and well, Sean and Greg are here. We could probably get through out in 9 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Man, why does Peter Thiel always look sweaty and like his face is made out of clay?
Maybe he's Clayface.
That's a good question.
Underneath.
Yeah. David Icke is right.
Yeah, he wants to be the Antichrist, but he claims to.
Oh no, Napoleon Dynamite. Netflix Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh
no.
This one, Grok removed the pedophile. That one was funny. It does that. It does some pretty good ones.
That is one thing I'll agree with China. They ensure they don't have pedophiles in charge.
Yep.
That we know. Well,
we know.
Who knows?
Yeah. Oh, Greenland. We're gonna buy Greenland for what, 60 billion or something like that, and we're gonna give every Greenlander $100,000, right? $100,000, and everybody's saying it's like, okay, how about can I have some health care? It's like, nope. We have to get $100,000 to every Greenlander so that Elon Musk can have the lithium or whatever. I don't know what minerals they have there.
Who's the money going to then?
To every single person in Greenland.
No, right? But there's not that many people to equal $60 billion.
No. There's 60 billion to Denmark.
Oh, to Denmark.
It's going to,
and then I think
realistically,
it's 8 billion going to the 56,000 residents in Greenland, I think is what I've read.
Realistically, it's just a ploy to liquidate some assets to make BlackRock richer.
This is true.
In land asset. So it all leads to BlackRock.
Always is, right? All right. Yep. Man. All right. Well, I think we're done with the memes, right? This maybe can be the last one. All right.
I gotta watch that movie again. I want to watch it again.
Everything
I think it's probably so. I think if you watched it with the lens of what we know now, there's a lot of propaganda in it. Because they already, I knew even back then there was a bunch of stuff where they tried to frame a couple of things in a way that didn't make sense as a Hollywood would. But But it might be fun. It might still be fun to watch, right? It might be fun. They should remake it. They should remake. Why don't they remake this movie? They'll remake freaking Willy Wonka, but they won't remake Falling Down. Come on,
Right.
come on. Falling Down is what needs to be remade.
This is over the heads.
It's
if they
too
remake
real.
this movie,
Why
Joe,
is there no? Why is there no Killdozer movie? I mean, good God, that would, you know how popular Killdozer would be?
No, it wouldn't, Joe. 95% of the audience wouldn't get it.
I don't know about that. I think that's not here.
I'm looking forward to Sky King film.
I saved this for anybody who disagreed with me, but anyway, it doesn't. I didn't time it right. So anyway, okay, so let's start with who? Andrew. What's going on this week? Let's close out.
Check us out next Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll have another episode with what was it? I want to say sorry.
With who?
Who's with it? Is it Greg or is it William?
No, Greg will be here, but or we'll be there. But I'm sorry,
Sean?
I'm drawing a blank.
Sean?
No, not Sean.
Anybody who wants to come on, there you go.
Yeah,
We don't have
I'm
any
sorry.
guests this week.
It's-
I thought we had planned for next Wednesday.
What's next Wednesday?
Not that I'm aware of.
I'm glad we're part of your
Oh,
meeting.
okay. Yeah, right. You have to forgive me.
It's all
Just
good.
check us out. It'll be a good
It's all
episode.
good.
You're
I'd say the
drunk.
memes. Just you got a little too excited with the memes. So.
I think it's
All
the
right.
alcohol
right.
that you were drinking. I think it's that
It's his
whiskey you were
birthday.
drinking.
He's
Does he have
allowed.
whiskey down
He's
there?
allowed. It's his
No,
birthday.
it's not.
It is his birthday.
It's-
It's his thermos. Is it?
It's-
Yeah, it's probably
That thermos is filled with tequila,
He
whiskey,
has-
and
He has the chapter. He
rum.
might have sake.
And Valium.
Might be nice.
it might be sake. It probably is sake.
Which I'm with you on that. I like that. That's good stuff. So, all right, Zach.
Check us out. Check out the latest episode with Buds in Reality. The final hurrah for Buds in Reality. As he goes through his next life journey, wherever that takes him.
Right.
But go check out that episode. It's on YouTube. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple. It's on wherever you get your podcast. So go check out the Legacy Ride. Go check out the Legacy Ride period. And give us a follow on Apple, Spreaker, wherever, Spotify. Give us a review if you like us. And if you don't like us, give us a review.
Right on. William,
Hate review.
we have like 3 minutes left.
I would like to just quickly say, hey, everybody, make sure you prepare for the cold storm and the cold snap that's going to happen in the next 7-8 days. You know, get some extra water, get some, blankets ready, fill up your tanks of gas, charge your phones, all that good stuff. Be safe, everybody.
Yep. Bundle up.
And watch out for
Libertarian.
TME from the sun.
That's what I was
that's
thinking.
right.
Cajun Libertarian. I'm sorry.
Okay, and for me,
I'll message him, see if he's cool with it.
Meme Asylum is in the current rounds.
I'll double
Vote
check with him.
Trumpin', or vote Bananas if you want to. They're both good. They're heavily in the lead, and there's a chance still. There's 7 days left. Everything's working really well there. It's an awesome project and pretty crazy because all of the coins have at least doubled that have been released. None have rugged, as they won't. And it's fun. And there's cool stuff coming. And also, the air season of the second age of Dracaria is currently active. You can spawn eggs again. So if I would have thought of it, we would have given away a key this time. So maybe next week we'll give away a key. To remind me if you guys can. And it'll still be during the spawn cycle then. So people could use it immediately. And otherwise, we'll see you guys next week. Make sure you like, subscribe, do all of the various things that would supposedly help us with the algorithm.
And we're all feds.
Thanks, guys.
Yes. Soon. Sorry for the memes. Hopefully it's all right. Happy birthday, Andrew. Hope you have a
Thank
great
you very
day.
much.
And we will see you soon.
Happy birthday,
You're older
old man.
now. Just remember you're older
Thank you.
now. You can do more things.
Right?
Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best
Adaptable, all capital, label radical yet rational. A doctrinal approach is palpable if this animal is fallible, but that conclusion is laughable. So if we're all detachable from the mandible, you see it now.
Do 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 do.